Hi, Jeff. Thanks for taking the time with us today. Maybe the best way to get started was for you to tell us a little bit about ITS.
Well, thank you, Mike. ITS is a small rural telco in Indiantown, Florida, which is southeast Florida. The company has been in existence as a rural ILEC for over 80 years. We've actually grown now to where we have started a CLEC, or a competitive local exchange company, where we compete outside of our services area. So in addition to being ITS Telecom, we're also ITS Fiber, and that's our competitive company.
I understand the telecom industry has gone through dramatic changes over the past few years. Can you talk to us about some of the challenges and pressures you felt over those past few years?
We have to be looking for new ways to develop revenues and to support ourselves. Being a technology company is also a very trying concept because of the fact that if you're not keeping up and you're not moving forward, constantly changing and adapting and growing and changing your product offerings and things like that, then you're going to get lost in the dust.
What sort of business drivers and call to action did that create for you as the CEO of ITS in terms of how to take your business forward?
We have to, so we've had to really address change as one of our most important considerations because the old sources of funding are just evaporating quickly. And so finding those new sources of revenues and developing new revenue verticals are really critical to us, and we just don't have all day long to contemplate them. So change is a must, and it has to happen quickly.
You've taken some aggressive actions to respond to this change. Can you walk me through the steps you took to really transform your business from a telco to a communications company?
I actually think there's 4 major steps that we took in order to get down that pathway. The first thing, of course, was the fact that we felt we really needed to build fiber. Yeah, I wish I could say that we were just so smart we decided we needed to do fiber, but we knew when we had to upgrade our plant that we needed to go with the latest technology. And the truth of the matter is there weren't any lenders that were going to lend us money unless we were willing to go and make that kind of a decision. And so going to fiber has been a very important thing to us because it positioned us in a way that we could take advantage of all of the futuristic types of technologies and products that were going to be coming down the road. We didn't really realize all that or exactly how that was going to work at the time, but we knew it was something that we had to do. And so one of the greatest decisions we made in our first step was to overbuild our copper with fiber to get us a chance to compete. The second step was jumping over that D mark and recognizing, we've got to get involved in the IT side of things a little bit because we've got to make customers happy when we give them that bandwidth. We can't just be irresponsible about that. I think the third step developed a little bit later is as we extended out our fiber, mostly quite a bit into our CLEC area, was recognizing that one of the first cloud services that we were able to offer was hosted PBX. It wasn't good enough to just provide the best hosted PBX service in the world and the best fiber pipe to people, but helping those people cope with that, which got us far more involved in the IT side than we originally envisioned. But we found it to be so fortuitous that we made that decision to get IT people involved, and so we've built quite an IT staff. As a result of that, we've been able to not only sell hosted PBX, but we're able to sell network systems both as a hardware sale and as a service where we just provide the network to people and we charge with very little upfront fees for those type of things.
Okay, so to review the first 3 steps, invest in broadband, invest in IT services, again, jumping over the D mark, pulling your customers along in the computer age, and third, hosted PBX. A new offering that really leverages those technology infrastructures. So you mentioned 4 steps.
The fourth step to this evolution is the fact that once we found out that we're providing IT services, once that we found that we were providing the cloud voice, which was many of our customers' first cloud service, and recognized that we could do so with great quality and really satisfy our customers started wanting to explore more about other cloud services. And so that was something we had to listen to and figure out, well, maybe, data centers are now going to be an important part of this process. And so it actually moved us to our fourth jump over the D mark in my expression, is the fact that we felt that we really needed to be in the data center business. That was one of the reasons, because our customers were demanding more services, and they're starting to get with new technologies and things like that, and it's starting to become the way to do things.
Can you talk to us about the investment that you made and how the return on that investment and the business case has changed?
We went first thinking about the co-location model, and we were able to justify within that co-location model that we could meet our objectives, that by renting out the space to potential customers, that there was enough there to make that worthwhile. And then we recognized that with making that commitment, that it would also allow us to help sell other types of services and things too that would also contribute to our revenue base.
You mentioned additional services. Talk to us about how that has evolved over the past 2 years.
Well, Mike, that's been the exciting thing. After originally justifying building the data center on co-location, but when we started offering it to our customers, we started to realize that in addition to co-location, there was a big demand out there, bigger than we'd ever envisioned, for virtual services. And that was really an exciting thing, because on a rack-by-rack basis, you can probably charge revenues 50 times what you can, on the co-location side of things for a rack. So while both parts, are very important to the success of a data center, there's other things other benefits that we didn't even realize when we first came along.
Well, you really found your niche in your area. I know you partnered with Schneider Electric. Talk to me about how that came about.
Well, even though we had started accumulating some of the people we needed and the expertise we needed, we'd never been through a CO conversion into a data center before. And there were a lot of complexities involved in that. And while I think we kind of working with the Schneider people and one of their business partners, we identified what we'd like to do. But then making that transition was just not a simple thing to figure out how are we going to do this. And so one of the things that was really great is that by working with Schneider and one of their business partners, we were able to address all of those issues, and they really helped us from soup to nuts, navigate this most complex transaction with a maximum amount of value engineering. It saved us a lot of money, and really helped us to get the product that we ultimately wanted to be able to have.
I want to thank you for all the time you've taken with us today. You've shared with us how you've changed from a telco to a comprehensive communications company. You've taken us through all the changes you've made to stay relevant and competitive in your marketplace. You took us through all the steps to progress and develop to your unique solution and new service offering. And then you took us through how you partnered with Schneider Electric to achieve this success. I can't tell you how exciting it is to work with a partner like ITS, who has really seized the opportunity to transform your business and leverage the new technology. Thanks again for all your time today.
Thank you, Mike. It's our pleasure. We're proud to be a Schneider partner with you all, and we look forward as our future evolves to doing a lot more business with you too.